What is going on, everybody? It's Steven here and welcome back to another smartwatch review. Today we have another clone watch, so a lookalike watch, and I did some reviews in the past of the AI watch, which looks a bit like the Apple Watch. I also had a Galaxy Gear clone, but today I have something very special. I have here the C-Watch DM360. As the name suggests, it should be a Motorola 360 clone. And yeah, the quality and everything at the first look, it's really awesome. But yeah, there's some differences like the button here, so it's not a one-to-one replica, but I think the quality of this one is really better than all the other watches I've reviewed so far. And that little baby here retails for about $90 on cwatch.com. You can find the link down below in the description. And if you're interested in buying such a smartwatch, then also use the coupon which you can find in the description, because with the coupon down below you get this one here for $10 cheaper. And yeah, so this one here only retails then for $89, and I think, in my opinion, if you're a smartwatch guy, then the price is definitely okay, because the build quality is super nice. And now I would say let's get directly started with the review. You can use this watch here on Android and iOS, but today we're just using it with some Elephone P7000, and the review of the Elephone P7000 will come tomorrow. So check out the link down below in the description, and now guys, let's get directly started. Alrighty guys, so first of all, let's have a quick look at the specs of the watch. Now the Zeaplus DM360 comes in silver, black and gold. I've got here the black version and I think it looks fabulous. It's a bit smaller than the Moto 360, weighs about 56 grams. The connection to your smartphone will be established over Bluetooth 4.0, which is on board, and it's compatible with Android and iOS. But I haven't tested it with iOS because I'm a strict anti-Apple user. I don't have any iPhone here, and yeah, I've just tested it with Android and it works really good. The chipset, so the CPU, is the MediaTek MTK2502A. And yeah, I'm not sure about the clock speed, but it's quite smooth, and the efficiency, so the battery lifetime, is also quite good. Now the screen is a 1.22-inch IPS round capacitive touchscreen with a resolution of 240 x 240 pixels, but you can see it's not 100% round, so not 360 degrees, and you have here something like a button. Not sure what you can do with it, but we're going to find it out. Then there is no camera on the smartwatch. It comes with 32 MB of RAM and 128 MB of storage. You can connect it to the computer and you can mount it as media device, but yeah, it just has something like half a megabyte of free memory and you cannot copy anything onto the smartwatch, which is quite bad. Then it's a full fitness watch, or however you call those things today. It supports a pedometer, sleep monitor, heart rate. Yeah, I'm not using any of those features because, well, sleep monitor, I think it's quite useless, but it works. I'm really curious if the heart rate monitor will, yeah, just push out some values like my Galaxy S6. Then the standby time should be 70 hours. I think that's too much, so maybe half of that. And the battery capacity is 320 mAh, which is pretty good for a smartwatch. But I had no problem to come through a whole day with one battery charge, so the battery capacity seems to be pretty good if you set the screen time out to a good level, but yeah, we'll talk about this a bit later. It's waterproof, IP67 class, so dust and water resistant, and also the connector, so to charge it and connect it to the computer, it's a magnetic connector and looks super awesome. Then anti-loss is supported, music playback, notifications, you have different clock faces, and yeah, multi-language in the ROM here. And all in all, the build quality and everything looks very good and very promising for the low price of $89. So guys, let's have a look at the smartwatch and let's connect it to my Elephone P7000. So before we connect it to the Elephone P7000, I just want to show you the box. Now this is what you get, so you get it here in such a small box, very stable, and in there you can find a user manual, which I lost because I never read them, and a charging cable, which you can see right over here, so that one here looks really good, just check this out. And this is a good solution for a waterproof smartwatch. The solution on the number one G2 was just a real fail. But here on this one, it's a magnetic connector. You can see here 2 magnets, and here we have 4 golden contacts for charging and data transmission. And yeah, on this end we have a normal USB connector, so you can connect it to a charger directly to your computer. And this is probably the best solution for a waterproof smartwatch, just like this one here. And yeah, the next thing you can find inside of the box is the smartwatch. There is nothing more included, so you just get here the smartwatch with the strap, and you get a charging cable and the user manual. And yeah, let's get directly started. Let's have a quick look here at the smartwatch, and then we'll connect it to the Elephone P7000. Okay guys, so let's have a quick look at the build quality of the watch. And so far I'm really happy with the build quality. Didn't expect that it is so good for just about $90. So just check this out. The whole body here, it's made out of stainless steel, as you can see. And I think it's stainless steel because it's very stable, heavy and shiny, not just like aluminum. There are no gaps, there are no sharp edges, so far the build quality of the watch looks very, very good. The only thing which I don't like is here the screen, so the display. It comes with a black border around it, not like on the Motorola 360, and we can just change the clock face so you can see that. Maybe to a white one, yeah, that's good. Oh no, that's the wrong one. So you have 5 clock faces here, and you can just choose whatever you want to. Maybe there are even more in the future. But yeah, the black border here at the bottom, it's really huge, and it's not a full 360-degree display, so it's just like 260 degrees. So that's something I don't really like. This could look a lot better, because with a white clock face or a blue one, it doesn't look good at all. So let's switch to a black one, then it looks much better. Just like the digital one. And yeah, then it looks like a Moto 360, but if you use a different clock face, then it doesn't look good at all in my opinion. But the display has some very nice viewing angles, it's definitely IPS, and it looks like it would flicker, but that's just a refresh rate from my camera, so please don't mind that. Okay, then let's check out the rest of the body. Now here we have the speaker. It comes with an integrated speaker, which is really loud and louder than some of the cheap China phones I have here. On the opposite side we have a microphone, so here's the hole for that. And you can use it to do calls, must be connected to a smartphone. And yeah, it's just like Knight Rider, so you can leave the phone in your pocket and you can use the smartwatch to do a call, so that's really cool. Then here we have the power home button, so it's actually both. Because if you're here at the clock face, you can lock or just switch off the display. And if you're in any application, you can switch back to the clock face. And you can see that thing here. It looks like a capacitive touch button or notification light. I'm not really sure what that thing here is doing, but I think it has no function. It's just the design of the watch. So yeah, the display is the only thing which I don't like, but I have to say it's a really good IPS panel. Okay, then let's turn it around. Now here on the bottom back side, we have this black plastic cover. And it comes here with 4 screws. If you want to, you could, for instance, remove that and then just change the strap. But the strap, it seems to be very durable. It's made out of leather, or at least I think it's leather. I'm not really sure, but it feels really good. Here it's black, and from the inside it's such creamy brown. Also here. And yeah, the fastener, it's a classic fastener, as you can see. But yeah, it feels kinda good. And I have very big arms and wrists, but it's no problem for the watch, and also very small ones shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so here we have a heart rate monitor, and we can just switch it on so I can show you that. So there we go. Where's the heart rate monitor? Yeah, here. And now you can see a green LED should start to light. And also left from the LED, so right over here, we have the heart rate sensor. It's just like on the Galaxy S6, for instance. And we also have such golden contacts here. They are actually for the USB cable. And honestly, I have to say, this is really the best connection solution I've seen so far on a cheap waterproof smartwatch. There are no flips, no covers or anything for the connectors, so this is really 100% waterproof. And it's not a plastic clip like on the number 1 G2, it's a magnetic clip, as you can see right over here. And it would be better if this watch would support wireless charging, but yeah, it's just a $90 watch, so what do you expect? But you get a really good connector here. It comes with 2 magnets, as you can see, so here, and the 4 golden contacts, and you just have to slide over the contacts here, and that just snaps in, so fits perfectly well on the golden contacts. And also it's quite stable, as you can see, so I can lift off the watch and it's really no problem to charge it or connect it to the computer. So that connector here is a really good thing and way better than all the plastic clips or flips which you have usually on some very cheap Chinese waterproof smartwatches. So a very nice solution on the C-Watch. And yeah, that's basically it. So that's the whole watch. There is not really much more to say about it. And now I would say let's connect it to the Elephone P7000 and let's see how it performs. So there we go, guys. Here's my Elephone P7000 with Vibe UI. I'm currently testing it. It's still beta, but today or tomorrow I want to bring you the full review of this device, so stay tuned. Okay, now to fully use that smartwatch here, you have to install an application on your smartphone. And you can install the BTS Watch app or the MTK Smartwatch app from the Google Play Store. So the official app is that one here, it's the Bluetooth smartwatch app, but you can also choose the MTK Smartwatch application, which you can find on the Play Store. But I think this app here is not on the Play Store, but yeah, just check it out. And you can see DM360, it's connected. If you tap at Find Device, it should ring, so let's try it. Yeah, perfectly working. Then here can configure a couple of things, but not really many, so it doesn't support as many features like the Motorola 360, but let's check it out. We have here notifications, and you can fully configure all notifications. Like, you could also send WhatsApp notifications to your smartphone. Really, you just have to configure it here. Make sure you install the app, switch it on, and then you will get the notifications from the app here directly sent to your smartwatch. We also have notifications for system apps, so that's also possible. And that application is actually really cool to manage all notifications. Okay, then here we have a pedometer, so all the fitness stuff like how many meters you are running or traveling or whatever. Then here we have a sleep manager. Seriously, I'm not using that and I haven't tested it because I think that feature is damn useless. And here we have the heart rate monitor, which we're going to test a bit later, but here on the smartphone you will then see a chart, so you can see a graphics of your heart rate. Pretty cool thing. And here we have scan device, not sure what that thing here is doing. Okay, cannot scan, so it's not even working. And here we have alerts, like when it's out of range, that's pretty good, so you can never lose your smartphone or your smartwatch. Disconnect alerts, and yeah, you can also set the vibration here to on or off. Yeah, you first of all have to set this to on, and then you can just switch on range alert, disconnect alert, and here ring and vibration. Okay guys, so I think that's basically it, and you can change the device name if you want to. And under About you can see the credits and the version number. But as you can see, there are not so many things to configure here on the smartphone. So what we'll do right now, I will just put on the smartwatch and then we'll have a look on all the features we can find on the smartwatch. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so wearing the smartwatch and filming is actually harder than I thought, so I will later put it on and then show you the heart rate monitor and everything. But yeah, let's have a look at all the features. Now first of all, as I've said, you can change the clock faces, and you have a couple of them, so make sure you pick a dark one so you cannot see that border here, like this one. Then if you swipe to the left, you get into the menu, and let's have a quick look at all the applications. Sorry for the flickering, but that's, as I've said, the refresh rate from my camera. We can have a look here at the sleep manager, and this is to analyze your sleep. I think this is the most useless feature ever. So you can measure your sleep time, deep sleep and sleep quality, what the hell, so I'm never going to use that. We have here a file manager, and you can see watch, and then you get into that directory. That's actually also the root directory, which will open up when you connect the smartwatch to the computer. Now the only bad thing is that when you connect it to the computer you only have like half a megabyte of free memory. So what I could copy is one picture to the watch. And I cannot even open it up, so there is no application like a text viewer, like an image viewer or something. So yeah, it doesn't open and it's very useless. So the file manager is really totally useless. Then here we have messaging. I did send myself a test message, so yeah, let's try it again. I'll just enter here the test messaging app, and there we go. I should get another message. And you can see here then the number, and here the message, so the first sentence or something, and then you can go to view, and then you can just check it out here on your smartwatch. I think that's really cool because you can quickly just check out the message and you don't have to get the phone out of your pocket. Okay, so let's go back if we swipe here to the right. And for instance, we have here also remote capture, and this works on Android and iOS. And as I've said before, I cannot test it for iOS because I don't have any iPhone here, but we'll now test it for Android and on the Elephone P7000. Ladies and gentlemen, this is remote capture, and this is probably also very useless, but it's nice to show it to people like, hey, look, I can control my smartphone's camera with my smartwatch. But seriously, I've never used that in real life, like, hey, hold my camera, I will take now a picture with my smartwatch or something like that. And the range is just like the Bluetooth range, I don't know, 10 meters or something. And, well, I think that feature is kind of useless, but it's really cool to see. So there's like a 1 second delay, as you can see, but you can also capture photos here from your smartwatch, so let's try it. Oh, yeah, you can see that works, and you can then also check out here the picture on your smartwatch. So I think it's a cool feature, but honestly, I've never used that in real life. So I think it's quite useless, but it's a nice to have feature. So that was remote capture, and because some people asked, no, unfortunately it's not possible to record videos with that, but I think it would be really cool. Then let's go to the next page. So here we have applications, and in here you can find a calendar calculator, and you can see it's very small but usable. Also here the calendar. But yeah, we have here a sound recorder, and the recordings from the sound recorder, they sound actually quite decent. So the microphone quality of the smartwatch is not too bad. We have here a stopwatch and alarm, and you can only set one alarm, but you can choose if you want that it only vibrates, that it rings and vibrates, or that it just rings. So a pretty cool thing to wake up. Then let's go back here. We have different profiles, just like on a smartphone. We have here, for instance, ring only, we have silent, we have outdoor, and you can choose whatever you want to. Then here we have Bluetooth connection. You can see I'm connected to my Elephone P7000. You can also search here for a new device, but I would recommend to connect to the smartwatch over your smartphone and not the other way. Okay, then let's go back here. And the next thing we have here is the heart rate monitor. So let's just go and let's compare it to my Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge. Now the heart rate monitor is only working like this. If I just wear it the other way, then it was not detecting anything. But if I just wear it like this, then it works pretty good, as you can see. And it's measuring all the time, so actually it should now go up because I'm talking. Okay, it goes down. But well, maybe it didn't work here because I'm a Wookiee and I have too much hair. So I'm really not sure how this technology here works, but I wouldn't trust such a smartwatch, and not even my Galaxy S6. So yeah, let's just go and let's try it here with my finger. It's now measuring. Let's see what we get. I guess we'll get something like 90 on the S6 Edge. That's usually what I get. Really, that technology is so stupid. Place your finger on the sensor, okay. Now it didn't even work. I really hate it. Let's try it again. It's measuring. Wow, 74. Okay, 20, 40, 60. Come on, show me. Okay, 64 versus 66. So yeah, it's actually looking okay so far. And I'm not really sure if you can trust those values. I mean, they are very close together. But I really can't tell you, I'm not a doctor, so I would say I'm currently just sitting and talking, so something between 60 and 70 would be definitely okay. But well, this technology is right now, I think, just something to play around, but not something which is working really good. Okay, so that was the heart rate monitor, and now let's check out the other features here. We have here a pedometer which is working, we have here settings. In there we have Bluetooth settings, like to which smartphone you want to connect, as you've seen before, the clock settings, volume settings, the display timeout. I would usually just keep it on 10 seconds maximum, but just for recording I did set it to the maximum, which is 1 hour. And yeah, let's go back here, and the brightness is currently also on maximum. And wow, there are actually a lot of settings in there, but well, it's hard to control sometimes because it's so small. Just have a look here at my thumb. But yeah, clock, volume, display, international, so that's probably language. Then health settings, health manager. Well, sleep management is currently off, that's good. Then smart gestures, they are really cool. Like you can raise your hand and then the display goes on, shaking to turn a page, shaking to answer a phone call, and I think those gestures are really useful. Smart, yeah, okay, we just checked this out. Wow, scrolling really sucks here if you have big fingers. Reset, and last but not least about, so you can see the watch model number and everything. Yeah, actually nothing special in there, but I currently have this ROM version, so it's probably possible to update. I will have to check this out. Okay, that were the settings. We have here change, and basically you can just change here the theme of the menu here, but also nothing special, so you have two different themes. But you can also change the background. We have here two backgrounds, one black one and one carbon pattern. Okay, now here we have sedentary reminder, and we have here off 30 minutes, 45 minutes or 1 hour. Actually, I'm not really using that, so I think that feature is very stupid too. Phone book, that's really cool, so you can access the phone book on your smartphone, and all the contacts, they are saved on my smartphone and not on the watch, so you can just have a look here at all the numbers, and you can also call them. So you can see I'm now starting the call from my smartwatch. And do you hear that speaker? It's really, really loud. So it's really cool, and if you do calls, you can also use the integrated microphone, so that's really, really nice. Okay, so let's go back here. Now that was the dialer application. Oh no, sorry, that was the phone book. We have also here a dialer application, like you can start the call here, 147. That's one popular hotline here. And there we go, it's now processing. And yeah, this works also, so you can start all the calls here from your smartwatch, but the only bad thing is that the speaker here goes on, so you have to mute it from your smartphone. And we have here the QR code to download the application, like that Bluetooth S-Watch application which you need on your smartphone. So let's go back here, next page, remote notifier. So here you can basically check out all your notifications. Oh, well, let's go back here. Then Siri, this is totally retarded, so that's actually not Siri. That's just Google voice search, or not even that. Let's try it. Call 147. I just did not understand. Okay. Call 147. Yeah, just force closes, and really, this speech... Call 147. Oh my god, this feature absolutely sucks. So yeah, if you start talking, then it just force closes. Call 1. Yeah, I just say call and it closes. So, well, this is not really working. So that Siri, or actually Google voice dialer search or whatever, is not really working. Then here we have Find My Device, which is really cool. Let's start it. So there we go. Oh, you have to install BLE, so that's some Bluetooth notifier or something, I think, because it looks like I'm not connected, but as you've seen before, I'm actually connected. So you have to install one additional app to use Find My Device. But it's just like the other way, as I've seen before, then the smartphone should ring and then you can easily find it. We also have your Bluetooth music, like basically, let's try to resync. You can just control the music on your smartphone. Then you still have to wear headsets, like here, but you can just pause, you can just switch between all the titles, you can adjust the volume here, and you don't have to get the phone out of your pocket. And I think that's a pretty cool thing. Okay, let's go to the next page, but I think that's basically it. So we just had a look at all the features here on the smartwatch. So a couple of useful features, then a couple of not working or very bad optimized features like Siri. I tried it really a couple of times, but I couldn't get it to work. So the application was just closing, or it didn't understand what I was saying, maybe because of my German accent, but well, this is really unusable. Even the damn iPhone understands what I'm saying with my damn German accent. But this watch here, nope. Okay, so basically that are all the features here on that smartwatch, and now I will show you just some gestures on how to control that smartwatch, because I think this is very interesting too. So now let me show you 2 tricks on how to control that smartwatch without touching the display, and it's actually very easy. So you can scroll here between the pages like this. Okay, up is better because I have to twist my arm here in front of the camera. And you can see that works really good, and also works down, but not here in front of the camera, it's not enough space. And also another cool thing is, if the display is off, and you just raise your arm pretty fast like this, the watch goes on. And I think that's the best feature, because if you always have to touch at the display or press the button to check out the clock, then this really sucks after some time. So we're now here at the end of this review of the Zeaplus Watch DM360. And honestly, I have to say, this is a smartwatch I would use. I've tested a lot of smartwatches, so I can show you them. First of all, the AI watch, it's an Apple Watch clone, and the build quality is really okay, but the display, just check this out, the viewing angles are not good, it's changing the color, and sometimes really it's hard to see the clock or what's on the display, so that's why I don't like this watch. And also here the fastener is really a piece of crap. Then I tested the number 1 G2, and this watch was a huge fail. It didn't survive the water test, and that connector here to charge it broke down after 1 week. So it wasn't a magnetic connector, it was just a plastic clip. Really bad, I cannot recommend to buy this watch. Then my girlfriend tested this one here, so the elephone watch, but the build quality, yeah, it's really cheap, I don't like it. And I also tested the Smart Q set watch, I think it was called like this. And this watch was really awesome. The build quality is kinda bad, but on XDA there were custom ROMs, like you could install the Google Play Store and even download apps, and that was very interesting. So I really enjoyed that watch here. But the display and all the specs not as good like the Zeaplus watch. And that's really a watch I would use. So it looks great, the build quality is super awesome for $90. Then the display, it's really easy to read, the colors, they are looking great. It's a nice conversation starter, and it lacks of some features. It could also be a bit bigger and have a full 360-degree display, just like the Moto 360, and not such a huge big black border here. But all in all, this is really one of the best watches I've tested under $100. And I hope that we'll see more of those watches here in the future, because it's actually great. But yeah, it could have some more functions, and it's more something to play around and not a real must-have gadget. But yeah, I like it. I will use that watch here instead of all the other watches you can see there, even though the Smart Q set watch was really awesome with the Play Store, which you don't have here on the Zeaplus watch. But all in all, not bad. Check out the link down below in the description if you're interested. There's also a $10 coupon. It's set DM360 or something, so just check it out. And yeah, for the price, you cannot do anything wrong. And once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. So check out the link down below. Have a nice day, and I really hope I see you again in my next videos. So have a nice day, and bye bye.